Okay, we know the Salt Lake area has a lot of parks, but Salt Lake County has more than 500 parks.
All right, and our friend Ale Vallarta has visited every single one of them. She talks with Ron about the hidden gems, the best spots around the valley, and yes, the return of those very famous Julia Reagan billboards, another topic you're covering.
Yes.
Hey, Ron.
Hey, guys. Always excited to have Ali with us, and I got to tell you, I don't know how you did it. More than what's the exact number?
511.
511.
Yep.
And when did you start?
2 years ago. It was a New Year's resolution. And of course, it was something I pledged to do on the podcast that I host before I actually compiled a list. So then when I did go and create the list of all these parks, 511, I was stunned. But I said, you know, I'm going to do it. But it took 2 years. It took 2 years. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
Out of all of those, what is your absolute favorite? I know that's maybe a dumb question.
I know. Well, one of the things that I learned going to every park and compiling all this data is that about 26% of people who live in Salt Lake County aren't a 10-minute walk to a park. So I would say, like, knowing that, the best park is the closest one to you.
Yeah.
But on the other hand, I am really partial to the little ones, the pocket parks. I think they're darling. Places like Steenblick, which has the cat statues in Salt Lake City. There's a cute one named Kledding Park in the Avenues. Like little plots that maybe used to be a house and someone wanted that land to be turned into a park. And now it's just this tiny little pocket of green space that we've got.
A lot of personality.
Yes,
okay.
Charm.
Charm. That's an even better word. Okay, so you did all the work for all of us where you can find out more about these parks. And you built an interactive website that shows all of the parks, their amenities, those types of things. We're going to navigate through that for you right now as you explain how it works.
Okay, so shout out to Paulo Aguilera who built this map for me. He's a data analyst. So if you open up this map, you will see so many pins because, of course, 511 parks, that's a lot. What you can do is go to the left and click this filter button, and it'll pull up all the different amenities that I tracked at all these parks. So what I basically did, Ron, was a census of every park in the county. And you can go in and click what you're looking for, and then it will show you the parks that are available to you. So, for example, I gave them all a star rating, right? What's the difference between a 4 and a 5? Charm. But, like, you could say, I just want to see the parks she gave 5 stars. And then you can see those. Or you could say, all right, I'm planning a church picnic or a graduation party. I really want there to be a pavilion. I want there to be grills, open bathrooms. I'd love if there was a pickleball court and maybe a toddler-friendly playground for the kiddos. You can click all of those things, and then the map will show you all the parks available to you, and then you can kind of poke around. And then the other nice thing is, it was really important to me to be clear about who manages this park, because the county has its own park system. There are 23 cities in our county. They have their own park system. So if you want to reserve a pavilion, or if you want to file a complaint because you think the trash hasn't been taken out for a while or whatever, you'll know based on this map listing who to contact. And that's your next step, right? So like, okay, this park looks great. I want to book a pavilion. Oh, it's run by Harriman City. That's who I reach out to. So it's a tool. It's a tool to make the most of an important public resource. Because I always say this, like, our park system, it's free because it's not. We pay for it with our tax dollars. So how do we make the most of it?
So how do people get to that map?
So they can go to the CityCast Salt Lake website, which is saltlake.citycast.fm. And when you get there, you'll see a tab that says SLC Parks. Click that. It'll open up. You can see the map. And then you can browse it from there. You can do it on your phone. You can do it on a desktop. And I hope that people give it a try. It really is fun to play around with. And the cool thing about this project, Ron, is that inadvertently, it became a data project, right? It became a census. Yeah. And so now you can use this map. I've been able to use this map, the spreadsheet that it was used to build it, to do some analysis and figure out some of the things that are really lacking in our county, and some of the things we're doing really well.
You're a genius. Right?
No, I'm a public bathroom enthusiast.
Oh, okay. Same thing,
That's
right?
the origin story here.
All right, we're going to change topics now.
Okay.
And you may remember the Julia Reagan billboards
How
that
could you
took
forget?
the area by storm.
Yes.
I mean, it's a sad story, but at the same time, it was kind of a joke.
Yeah.
Or people used it as a joke.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a sad story. Of course, this was for her family. When Julia passed away, it was a sudden loss. They did not see it coming. It was unplanned. And so, you know, their grieving process was, like anybody's grieving process, terrible and difficult.
Yeah, people didn't really know why all these billboards were popping up
Yeah.
with her.
Well, she was the matriarch
Yeah.
of one of the nation's largest billboard companies. So her husband and family had them put up to memorialize her. And what happened was, by accident, she became the patron saint of Utah. And I think there were a couple really wonderful things that happened with that. But one of them is just that we live in this like really fragmented time, right? And if you open up your phone and I open up my phone, we might see completely different things. But for
Yeah.
a brief period, if we both opened up our phones, we both saw Julia Reagan. And we call that monoculture, right? It's like when back in the day when we were all listening to the same Britney Spears song. Julia was sort of the same song for every Utahn. And I think that also made us feel sort of connected to each other. But now she's back in the skies. And the reason for that, if you don't know, actually is that, if I'm remembering the date right, Julia Reagan's birthday was June 12th. And so that's why her family wants June to be the time that her billboards return. Yeah. So it's commemorating her birthday as opposed to her death, is my read on that. Yeah.
And that's really cool. I mean,
Yeah.
you know, they love their mom, their grandma.
Yeah.
And she lives on.
Yes.
And everywhere you go, you usually see
Yes.
her billboard.
Yeah, I mean, we love her too. And I think you can't find a person on this planet who hasn't experienced grief. It's
Yeah.
a shared human experience.
Right.
And so I also think, like, as much as Julia was delightful, we love to dress up like her, whatever, this is a story about grief for me. And I think that's part of the reason that the emotional connection to Julia, that she started to feel almost sacred to us. It's actually, I think, bigger than her. It's about everyone seeing in those billboards reflected what it is to grieve. How crazy and painful and huge it feels.
And we can thank her husband,
Yeah.
who knows all about advertising and getting the word out anyway.
And who was going through it.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
And that's so awesome.
Yeah.
And the best to their family, too.
Absolutely.
Going through all this.
Yeah.
Allie,
and happy birthday to Julia.
And happy birthday, that's right. Thanks so much for being with us. Once again, give a shout out to your podcast.
It's called CityCast Salt Lake. You can listen to us every weekday morning. We make a new episode. We've had more than 1,000 shows now, so find CityCast Salt Lake wherever you listen to podcasts.
I've had about 150,000
I know,
shows,
I was going to say.
Just
Stand
kidding.
on the shoulders of giants.
And then
No,
check
not quite, but
and then check out
back
that
to you
map of
guys.
all the parks.
absolutely. Check out the
Yeah.
map. Navigate it.
Very cool.
All right, Ron,
Years.
thank you so much. Appreciate it.